Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm glad you could join me. Today we're back at Thetford again. That seems to be the pattern now. As I come out with an account or a sighting and I add it, it seems to trigger a memory with somebody else that had a similar sighting, either in that area or in another area. And the same thing happened today. Now Thetford is interesting as there are, other than this, there are 7 other accounts and they all feature a figure of some kind, and I'll go over them at the end for you. But today's account, a gentleman got in touch with me, and it's Thetford Forest. I was being shadowed by something I could not see. The witness contacted me on YouTube after seeing an earlier video I had made about the strange cluster of accounts in the Thetford Forest area, and he was reminded of something similar that happened to him in the same area as the earlier accounts, and here is what he had to say. I live in the Thetford Forest area, very near to the other Thetford sightings, and have seen some rather strange things whilst out walking in the area. Once, a few years ago, I was out walking and I had the feeling I was not alone, and that I was being stalked by something, moving in the tall bracken and brush. I realised that in the high shrubs and grass, something was moving alongside me and keeping up step for step. No matter how hard I looked, I could not see or make out whatever it was, as the bracken and the underbrush had grown so high that year due to heavy rainfall in the spring. It was around chest height, and something quite large was moving close by without too much trouble, keeping pace with me, stopping when I did, and then as I began walking again, it did the same exact thing, and I could hear it following me. Now I know of many animals in the area, but I do not know what this could have been, as it didn't hide or move off like most animals would, and this is not the behaviour of a deer, as they would turn tail and run if they spotted a human. In fact, most times they move off before you even notice them. And it wasn't like that. It was as if whatever it was knew that I was there and didn't care for it. And to be honest, paced out my steps with me as I walked. It was more than unnerving. Luckily, I was near to my home and I legged it as fast as I could. I kept looking back to see if whatever it was would emerge from the trees, but thankfully it didn't. The only time, other than this, I saw a non-native animal was back in 1986, when a black panther crossed the road in front of my car when I was near Cranwich. Now, whilst I'm unsure what could have been in the bracken that day, I do have to agree with him that an average animal would probably walk off or run off, I would imagine. But I wasn't there, so I can't say anything other than I'm not sure what it was. But it's not the first account in the area of a strange out-of-place animal or figure, as mentioned. And on the map, there are a number of other accounts of people being shadowed and sometimes almost escorted from an area. With the River Lee running through it and ample off-the-path areas, something is roaming the woods and trees of Thetford. And today, it has been described as a man-bear, an ape-man, a man-sized baboon, and an upright shaggy creature, to name but a few. But to have 8 accounts in a 2-mile radius it stands out. I shall say it that way. It stands out. It's not 8 accounts spread across the whole of England or 8 accounts spread across the whole of a county. It's 8 accounts spread across a forested area. One forested area that's used by humans. Most people are there during the summer. They're out there at the weekends. There's lots of activities and lots of things to do. I know that bike clubs use the area. There's many bike trails. I know orienteers and geocachers use the area. It's a busy, populated area with humans. But once dusk comes, there's nobody there again until the morning. You can have your free reign. And there's lots of places that is people haven't been. That, you know, we tend to stick to the path, don't we, as humans? But something is walking around. I mean, we have the Thetford, we got the A1075 Thetford, the Wild Shaggy Man. That was in 1988. And this is a gentleman who was driving between Thetford and East Wretham, and he saw a strange shaggy-haired figure that he mistakenly thought at the beginning was an escaped zoo animal, but he soon changed his mind. And he changed his mind due to the fact that the creature stood out due to its size, and it was hair covered everywhere. And then in 2009 we have the Forest Park creature, the Norfolk Forest Park. Thetford is on the border. Myself and my friend have been camping the night and had got up at first light. We packed up and we were on the move, and this is a couple of gentlemen who were camping out in the Norfolk Forest. It's a small copse that's just off Thetford Forest, but would have once been part of Thetford Forest. And they saw something in the trees that was looking at them, and they described that as a tall, hairy, human-type figure, around 7.5 feet tall. And then we have the grey and white creature. This is from December 2007. And the witness saw a creature in the same area as all the other Thetford Forest creatures. They described this creature as having grey hair with dark black patches. It was stood on two legs and it walked like a man. And less than half a mile away than that, we have the Thetford walking figure, which was last month, the video that I did last week, sorry. And that's two accounts from the Thetford area. I'll just check this other one. The Thetford Forest Park Bear, 1979, this one. And several witnesses got in touch with the police and a number of British newspapers stating that they had seen what they described as a tall, upright, walking bear. And then in 2011, we have the Elvedon baboon. And this was a lorry driver that reported seeing this. And he saw a hairy, light grey creature on all fours moving through the grass. But it did at one point stand up, and he described it as having eyes, a long snout and upright ears. And it stood on its hind legs. It approached the driver and then made off. So there's quite a lot of accounts, as you can understand, in one small area. So something's happening there and something's being reported. And if you're near to the area, now's an ideal time. The weather's fine. Get out and have a look and see if you can find anything. And if you do, let me know. Good luck. And until next time, thank you all very much for joining me. And it won't be too long before I'm back, because I've had 2 other reports come in this week. So I'll get back to you as soon as I can on those. Until next time, goodbye.